Hi Year 1, Miss Cox here for lesson 4 of fractions this week. Today we're going to be thinking about making quarters. We're thinking about quarters today and what that looks like. So as per usual, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk through some activities together. So first, we're going to be doing some more number formation. So today we'd like you to go back and revisit 3 and really give those a really good practice so that we're really getting in our brains how a 3 looks. So again, just for the rhyme is around the tree, that's the way we make a 3. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes just to have a go at doing your 3s. So just remember, so around the tree, that's the way you make a 3. Okay, so a few minutes doing that first and then come back to me. Okay, right, today for our fluency, so things that we're going to be thinking about number, in number today, we're going to be thinking about our subtraction facts. Now, the children, you've been really good at knowing your number bonds to 10. You've been practicing those lots, but we want you to think about something called subtraction facts. So what that means is what things look like, what it looks like when you take away from 10. Okay, subtract, take away, less than, okay, less than. So I've got here, I've made myself a little tens frame. And you should be really good at using these by now because we've done them in school quite a lot. But we're going to be using one on the screen today. And I'm just going to show you how to start off and how to do this. And then there's a link at the bottom which we'll send to you in Class Dojo. And you can go to your own tens frame and have a go at this yourself, okay? So we've got 10. So our tens frame is full. And I can say that 10 take away 1 equals 9 because I've got 9 counters left in my tens frame. Then I can say, okay, start with my 10 again. 10 take away 2 equals 8 because I've got 8 left in my tens frame. And then I can start again. So put all of my counters back. And then I've got my 10 here. So I'm going to do 10 take away 3. And what am I left with still in my tens frame? Hopefully you're saying 7. Okay, and then I'm going to start again. And we're going to do 10. Oh, how many do you think I'm going to take away this time? Because I'm following a bit of a pattern. So I'm going to do 10, take away 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm left with 6 in my tens frame. Now, I'm going to stop there because I think that you could carry on with that pattern yourselves using the link at the bottom, and you can take away the counters. You start with 10 in your tens frame, and then you take away an amount from that tens frame, and then you can just say it out loud. So you say 10, take away whatever you're taking away from the tens frame, and then say what's left in the tens frame. Okay, so for the last time, so 10, for example, 10 take away 1 equals 9. And you can just say it out loud today with your grown-up. Okay, so have a few moments just having a practice with the numbers in the tens frame. And as I said, there's a link at the bottom here you can go to do that. Okay, so as I said, today we're going to be thinking about quarters. So if you haven't already, this is a good time to go and get yourself a piece of paper, preferably square, because squares are a little bit easier to fold and to work with. But just a piece of paper and a pencil, can be a coloured pencil. So if you need to go and do that, you can pause me and do that now. Okay, so what we're going to do is with your piece of paper is you're going to look at it and say, this is a whole square. Okay, I've got a square. So this is a whole square. And then with my whole square, I'm going to fold my whole square in half, like we did the other day. So I'm folding my whole square in half. And now, because I'm thinking about quarters, I need to fold my shape in half again. So you could be thinking about what that means. Well, how quarters and halves linked. Okay, so now if I just show you again, I've got my whole piece of paper. I have folded it in half, okay? And then I folded it in half again. Okay, and I'm making sure that I folded it really well so that when I open it up, I'm going to see how many equal parts my piece of paper is folded into. So I'm now going to open it up. And just to show you, I have drawn, on my other side, I have drawn on the fold lines. So you can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 equal parts. So my square is now split into 4 equal parts, 4 quarters. Okay, and the words that we're going to say, so the sentence we're going to say is, a quarter is one of 4 equal parts. So I'll say it again, then you're going to be my cave, my echo. I want you to say it back. A quarter is one of 4 equal parts. Okay, and one more time. A quarter is one of 4 equal parts. Brilliant. Okay, so now we've got our shape in our 4 equal parts. Here's the next part of the lesson. So like I said, the whole shape is the square, isn't it? So I've got a whole square and I've now split it up into 4 equal parts. And now if I was to colour one of those equal parts, like I'm going to do now, so you can get your colouring pencils or pencil, whatever you want to use, and you can colour in one of those 4 equal parts. So I'm going to do it very quickly, but you're going to take some time on this, I'm sure. So I've very quickly just coloured in one of 4 equal parts. So I've coloured in a quarter of my shape because I've coloured in one of my 4 equal parts. Okay, so let's say that sentence again. 1 quarter is one of 4 equal parts. Okay, so that is what a quarter means. It means one of 4 equal parts. Okay, so now I'm going to have to get my reasoning rabbit ears because you've been really good this week at having a think about whether things are equal or unequal. Do you remember we talked about that earlier in the week? When a shape is split equally, it means that both parts or 4 parts are the same. But then if something's unequal, the parts are different. They're not quite the same. So I've got my reasoning rabbit ears again. Right, here we go. So I've popped my reasoning rabbit ears on because we're doing reasoning rabbit time. Okay, and I've got my picture here showing it's reasoning rabbit. Here we go. Here is a question for you. Has this rectangle been split into 4 equal parts? So I want you to pause me and just have a little chat with your grown-up. Has this rectangle been split into 4 equal parts? And if you can use a sentence that starts with, I know that. Okay, so pause me now, have a little chat about this question. Has this rectangle been split into 4 equal parts? Okay, so I've had a little look at this, and I don't know about you, I don't know whether you agree with me. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it's been in equal parts. I know that this part is smaller than this part. I know that this part of the shape is smaller than this part. So it can't be equal. It's not equally split because all the parts are different sizes. So hopefully you found out the same as me. And that's a really good answer starter that you can use. I know that, because it shows us that you're thinking about what you know, you're reasoning, you're telling us what you know. Okay. So moving on to today's challenges. Now, for level 1 today, you can use the shapes that you've been using all week, so things that you've been drawing around at home. And can you, because not all shapes you'll be able to do this for, so it'd be interesting to you to find out that actually. So drawing around shapes, and then you're going to try and fold them into 4 equal parts. So remember, when we're making 4 equal parts, we fold something in half and then half again. So that's quite an interesting thing to do, because I don't know about you, I'm not sure whether all shapes can be split equally into 4 equal parts. Okay, so that would be a good investigation for you to do. So you draw around some shapes, cut them out, and then fold them in half and half again and see, can they be split into 4 equal parts? Then when you've done that, just like I've done and you've done earlier, can you colour in one of the equal parts, one of the 4 equal parts, 1/4? Okay, so that's level 1, is carrying on with what we've been doing, drawing around the shapes, cutting them out, folding them in half and then half again, and then colouring in one of the equal parts. And it says here, maybe you can make some with unequal parts as well. I'm sure that you might find that. So that's level 1. Level 2, there'll be a sheet coming to you, and it's a bit tricky to see on here. It's a bit light, so hopefully on the attachment it will become clearer. You colour 1/4 of each shape. So each of these shapes have been split up into 4 equal parts. And can you colour in 1/4, so 1 out of 4 equal parts of each of these shapes? And it gives you a bit of a reasoning rabbit here. Oh, actually, still got my reasoning rabbit ears, and I think I can take those off now for a second. Can you colour it in different ways? Okay, so some of these shapes you might be able to colour your quarter in a different way. Okay, so you can have a think about, does it matter which quarter you colour in? Okay, so that's level 2. Level 3, oh, I've got to put my reasoning rabbit ears back on. Okay, reasoning rabbit today. We've got Alex and Jack are talking about quarters. Alex has said, my shape shows quarters because it has 4 equal parts. And then Jack has said, my shape shows quarters because it has 4 parts. So you've got to have a think, is Alex right? Is Jack right? And can you tell us more? Okay, can you maybe talk to your grown-up and your grown-up can write down what you've said, or can you write it yourself? Okay, so those are the challenges today, which will be sent in an attachment. We can't wait for you to see how you get on with quarters today. As usual, please do message your teacher if you need any help with this, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay. There we go. Right, so bye-bye from me. I shall see you again tomorrow for our last lesson on fractions this week. Bye-bye.